The Price Academy, bite-sized history videos. James Bainham was accused of heresy by Sir Thomas More in 1531, who was then the Lord Chancellor. James had turned his back on the Catholic Church and had been meeting with fellow Protestants to read and study Tyndale's Bible together. James was arrested and taken to Thomas More's home in Chelsea, to be tied to a tree in his garden and flogged, then later imprisoned in the Tower of London. Thomas More hoped to gain a confession and the names of other heretics from James. He used the torture method of the rack. James, after repeated interrogations and threat of being burnt at the stake, renounced his Protestant beliefs. He was fined £20. He even performed penance with a faggot on his shoulder during a sermon. James was filled with remorse over staying with the Roman Catholic faith. His conscience tormented him, and within a month he began meeting up again in secret with other Protestants. It all became too much for James, and one Sunday he announced in church he had denied the truth. Bainham was arrested and taken to the bishop's coal house, where he was put in stocks for 2 weeks. He was then taken to the Tower of London, where he was whipped regularly and then condemned to death. Finally, on April 30th, 1532, James Bainham was led to the place of execution at Smithfield. Just before the fire was ignited, he turned to Master Pave, the town clerk, saying, "God forgive thee, and show thee more mercy than thou showest me." When chained to the stake, he embraced the faggots, and said, "O ye papists, behold, ye look for miracles. Here now may you see a miracle. For in this fire I feel no more pain than if I were in bed, for it is as sweet to me as a bed of roses." He also prayed for God to forgive Sir Thomas More, and thus died James, the man who preferred death to life if it meant he must deny his faith. We know about the execution of James as it features in the book by John Foxe called the Book of Martyrs. Any person who was considered a heretic was given the same punishment, death by burning. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to like it and subscribe to the channel, or you can follow me at Twitter or at Facebook at TanyaAlex38.